Hello and welcome back to our 12th episode of the Rule of Two podcast. I am Jared. I'm your host, I guess.
I don't know, whatever one you want to call yourself.
As always, I'm here and with me, as always, I hope as always, I would love for you to be on the show every week like you have been, but you never know. You could move out. You could not want to do this anymore. We could get banned from YouTube or what. I don't care. But with me is my sister.
Stop.
Do we have to find other people other than Luke? I can't say Leia to my Luke. What do I have to say there? Because you didn't like that the first time I used that.
Oh.
Should we go for different twins? The Paige to my Rose?
What?
Rose Tico, Paige Tico.
Oh. They're not twins.
No, but
not
neither
that
are
we're twins.
They're siblings.
Right. No.
No? Someone else? Who else is there? Siblings.
Siblings in Star Wars.
Siblings in Star Wars. I don't know.
There's Saw Gerrera and his sister. And I don't know her name.
I forgot her name. I'll have to go back and look at that. They're probably...
I don't know.
Yeah, there seems
there's the twins with the floaty hair.
Yeah, they're both girls.
So is Paige and...
I know, that's why it was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh.
That's why Leia to my Luke is good. There's really there's probably someone else. Probably in the Aftermath books. There's no siblings in that. There's only mother and son.
Anyway, we can move on from this.
Yeah. Okay. We'll figure that out.
Here.
We'll do some research. Boop.
We're not getting banned from Twitter. It wouldn't be the rule of two if there was just one.
That's true. Not banned from Twitter. Banned from YouTube.
Oh yes, sorry.
Nobody looks at my tweets anyways. Trust me. Trust me.
Banned from YouTube.
Anyway, if you haven't figured this out by now, this is a Star Wars show, and we usually do 3 topics. Sometimes it's 2 because it's a slow week or whatever. But this week we do have 3 topics. It is kind of a slow week, but these topics they're not just conjured up out of nowhere. So we're going to do an update on the Last Shot novel by Daniel Jose Older. I have finished it. She has not. And then our second topic will be Solo having the second/first best 24-hour advance ticket sales for 2018, depending on who.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get into that later. And then there's some new Forces of Destiny, little shorts that Star Wars has put out. Well, that's gonna be it. If you ever want to talk about something that we talk about or give us a topic for next week, go ahead and tell us either in the comments section down below, or we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/ccinemareviews page. The link will be in the description, and we're on Twitter @ccinemareviews. That link will be in the description as well. So. Whenever you want to talk to us, go one of those 3 places will be fine.
I'm so glad you do that because I would not remember that
I've said it so many times, trust me. But with that being said, let's get into our first topic, which is the update on Last Shot, narrated for a little part by Daniel Jose Older, narrated for the most part by Mark Thompson, and narrated another little part is January Lavoie, and obviously written by Daniel Jose Older. I've finished it, so I'm going to let you go first because we'll kind of get where you're at, or I'll get where you're at, and then I will give some overall thoughts on it. Go ahead.
Honestly, it's been a while because this book is not pulling me towards it. But
tell me about it.
I still like the story. They've gotten to Kashyyyk. So
yeah, Kashyyyk is really
and
it's different.
Yeah, I like the characters. Yeah, that's all I can really say right now. So
yeah, pretty much.
And the story's okay so far.
The story's fine. Is that so you're a little under halfway through. Well, you're under halfway through with the book right now.
Yeah, way under.
And you're saying that it's not pulling you back. It's not making you really want to finish it. That's what you're telling me. I get that. I get that. I finished it. Like, honestly, like, the people out there, I gotta tell the truth. I finished this book this quickly because I wanted to get back to my Darth Bane book. Honestly, like, and I did want to see what happened in the end and where the characters ended up at the end of the book.
Sure.
That was interesting to me. But oh man, yeah, it did not pull me in either. Like, and I wanted I wanted it to so bad. Oh my goodness. I did.
It's because it's Lando.
I guarantee you though that if I was reading this book, like me reading it, it would have taken me like 3 times as long.
Sure.
Because Audible,
I wouldn't have even
Audible is like my Lord and Savior when it comes to books. Like it saves me from having to do most of the stuff. I did read a few of the books, but Audible's so awesome. And it honestly, Audible is probably might be the only reason that I've read so many of the Star Wars books.
Sure.
Because actually reading, I mean, I hate reading.
So, oh my goodness.
But I have to talk about
commercial for millennials.
Yeah, I have to talk about Mark Thompson, because like when you have books and you have people who review books, cough cough Jedi Council, they don't talk about the author, or they don't talk about the reader if they do Audible. I know some of them actually read it, but like mostly it's the author getting a lot of praise. Honestly, the reason I kept coming back to this is because the dude Mark Thompson is like, he's one of my favorites. He does a lot of these Star Wars books. He does all of the Thrawn stuff. And so he does a really good Han. He does a really good Lando. He does a good Leia for the most part too. He just like, to me, he really embodies these characters. If like, obviously, Harrison Ford and Billy Dee embody the characters on screen, but when listening to these characters, I feel like they are Han, Lando, and Leia, and everybody else.
Is this your official book review?
No, I don't. That's the problem, horrible. Because if I do like people out there, if I do a genuine like straight up book review, a full video about the book,
you're going to have to get into
there will be like I'm gonna talk trash. I'm gonna talk trash.
Well, let me ask you this: would you recommend this book to somebody? Is it a must read?
No, not even for solo. And that's something that I really wanted. Okay. I wanted it to be like a really cool thing about Han and Lando having a really awesome just adventure. Not sure. Because the way that this book is, and this is like a general spoiler, so don't worry, like really don't worry about it out there, those people. But if you do, skip ahead like 2 minutes. So the way that the big bad in this is trying to use this device that causes as many droids as he can contact through whatever interwebs they have in Star Wars. But the device just contacts droids and it makes them go on like a murder rampage. It makes them go, very murderous. And so that's your big bad. And that's like galaxy-wide. That could like really mess up the galaxy. But that's something that like Han and Lando, when I imagine them having an adventure, I don't imagine them saving the galaxy. Sure. You like when I was thinking about this book, I was thinking that they were gonna do a heist or something. When you hear about all these characters they have to get together, I was like, this is gonna be amazing. They're gonna have to go steal something from maybe the First Order. They're gonna have to do something really, really fun, Ocean's 11 style. It ended up being more like, it ended up being almost like a war book where it was like this character is hell-bent on destruction, like Thanos. He's like Thanos. He's like just...
Alright, you're gonna spoil like so much.
But Thanos from the comics. He wants to kill people.
Yeah, but I haven't read this book fully yet. I barely met the person like once.
No, but
what do they call him? Slender Man?
Faison Gore.
No. They call him, the Wookiees call him something like Slender Man or Long Man or
something like that.
There's a like movie coming out called like Slender Man. I think. It's kind of.
But
creepy.
no, I genuinely I would not recommend this. I would say if you want a Han and Lando story, read the Timothy Zahn stuff.
Legends.
Yeah, read Legends. Like honestly, and that stinks. That stinks to me.
Sure.
I didn't want that. Maybe when she finishes the book, people out there, then we might go into more spoilers and get more in depth with the book. But that's just for right now. Didn't want to spoil too many things. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Like I gave it.
What did you say? Never mind.
I
You
gave
said
it.
It's pretty much lit.
No, that's pretty much
Legit.
it.
Oh, pretty much it.
But I on Audible when I finished it, I rated it. I rated the performance was great. Overall, it was like a 3-star. And then I think it was like the content of it, I gave it like a 2-star. So it ended up being like right around a 4-star for me, the way it all averaged out.
Sure.
So, you know, it was a fine book. It wasn't exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Okay. Moving on from Last Shot.
Oh my God.
Solo, the movie, obviously, has the questionable best 24-hour advance ticketing sales for 2018. So pretty much what this means is that the tickets for Han Solo, the pre-bought tickets they can get, they went on sale like last night or a couple nights ago or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know what it is, but for that first 24 hours, it's either the second or the best selling, the fastest selling movie.
So why don't we know for sure?
We don't know for sure because it's numbers. So some sites say it's the best, some sites say it's the second best. I think it's competing with, I think it did compete with Black Panther, which is kind of weird because I would think it would be Avengers.
Yeah.
But it's up there. It's hazy as far as whether it's the fastest selling or the second fastest selling for the year. And that, to me, that comes as no surprise.
Sure.
It's like, it's a Star Wars movie, guys. It's just...
But still, it's not, like, in terms of, like, smoothness, it hasn't gone over completely.
Yeah,
great.
but maybe all those people who are buying are buying their tickets now, maybe they are the hardcore, but maybe some of them just don't know that the directors were fired. Like, maybe they just don't know all the drama that has happened behind the scenes.
Sure.
So
that could also be. But I did see a featurette. I didn't know that Han Solo was going to be like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, he was in the academy. In Legends, at least.
Well, I didn't know that. And that makes me, like, so much more excited now.
Yeah, of course. You can see, like, maybe not another Finn type, but someone who has that same turnaround.
I think he's called a mud trooper.
Sweet.
And he, like, the one shot where you see him in his gear, he's, like, all muddy.
Oh, really?
He's all dirty, and there's, like, explosions and stuff, and you're just like, oh, this guy is, like, he's, like, one of the first people that goes out there, and they just, like, kill them.
Yeah.
But he's not as clean as...
And that's something for all those people out there who are like, "Ooh, Disney is messing up Star Wars." It's like they are taking things from Legends, which you love, because it was so funny. I saw something today. It was on Twitter, and this guy, this group of people who had a Twitter account, they were calling for a hashtag boycott Solo, and literally in their tweet they said, "Boycott Solo for what." For what Disney has done to Star Wars, and then like right after that, it was like, at least for the first weekend. It was like, you just don't watch it for the first weekend, and then you can go watch it. Like, let's show them. Let's not give them their money, our money, first weekend. Let's give it to them the second weekend, and then we'll bash it. It's like,
well, I mean, it is a tight summer. This is like, we're having Avengers, Deadpool, Solo. Like,
I think Deadpool comes after Solo.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I thought it.
I thought it was in June.
Or maybe, but it's like a really either way, like there's movies, like big movies coming out.
Yeah.
Like there's movies, like big movies coming out.
Yeah.
Like soon.
Yeah, but I thought that was so funny. It's like, we'll boycott it for the first weekend, and then we'll go see it. It's
That's
like,
so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, you're still giving them your money.
Yeah.
So they won't have one of the biggest, opening weekends.
Sure. But you really can't with, like, all of these movies.
It doesn't,
but
it was so funny.
What do you think Solo's gonna do, then?
Solo, I think it would. I think Solo's
200 or no?
No, I don't think Solo's gonna crack 200. I definitely think like Rogue One did almost like 150, right? Something like that. I know it was December, but like people just saw a great big budget movie in Avengers, so I totally think they're gonna be like, hey, what's coming out soon? Solo, hey, let Star Wars gotta have it.
I think it depends, really, because, I mean, Solo, people didn't really want it. It was very fraught, but
I think that's the hardcore fans that are like, I don't want Solo.
Sure.
We can't Harrison Ford. That's how all of you hardcore fans
I also would like to know what the budget was, because it has to have been
a lot of money.
Huge.
But they're gonna make it back. It's a Star Wars movie.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, even the prequels made their budgets back, and those were big budget too.
Sure, but I mean,
not saying the prequels are bad or anything, but you know what I'm saying.
Even the prequels made their budget back. Oh my goodness, I would just like to know to see, because if they only make like 120 in the first weekend or whatever.
I think it'll be like, I think Black Panther was above 150. What? That was like 170 something, right?
Black Panther?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 200?
Nah.
Okay, anyway,
we'll have to do some research on it. Anyway, I think it's gonna be like 150 around there, because like they're like,
I'd go for 120.
Look at this. So second.
But that's got to be like way lower than what
it's one of the best pre-selling movies of the year.
They say that about every single movie.
No, I know, and every single movie tends to push it.
Well, I don't know.
I think it'll be just fine. I think they'll make back their money, and honestly, like Ron Howard, I got faith. So
do I, but still, I don't think they're gonna do amazingly.
Yeah, I think it's good for Solo to show that people are interested.
Sure.
Interested in such a way where it would almost break that record, or break that record for the year. Anything else you want to talk about Solo? I know there were some new spots, but I've been keeping away from the new spots because Star Wars has had a history of maybe giving away some stuff in spots.
Really? I see them all the time because I subscribe to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I always think, oh, I'm going to watch that. And then I never watch it. But I'm getting to it. I'll watch them all.
Yeah, there was something
I've seen the features. We saw that Lando. Oh my goodness.
Donald Glover going through the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that was so fun.
That was so fun. I was like, I literally got excited for the movie because of that. And that has yes, it has something to do with the movie. But it's just... It's so nice. It's just a dude walking through the thing and making up stuff as he goes.
Yeah, but he was so good at it.
His capes, no capes. I'm sorry, but we gotta have capes in this movie.
No, there is a line in the book, the last shot
where he has his cape, he's talking about his capes.
No.
Oh, okay. More serious.
No, where Han says, Lando kept this place in perfect shape.
Yeah.
And it's so much work to keep it as dirty as it is now because Chewie's always picking up after me. He literally says something like that, and it's just okay, so you wanted it to be all
yeah, of course.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't take that thing to the car wash.
The ship wash. Yeah, but that's about it. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I dig it.
It looks dirty.
Of course. Anyway, let's move on to our last topic, which is there are some new Forces of Destiny shorts that came out from Star Wars. They are all on YouTube. They're all 2-3 minutes long, something like that. Guys, people out there, this is the one thing in Star Wars that I could literally care less. I couldn't care less about.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I couldn't care less about these things. I think that they're just for children, straight up toddlers, with how weird and kind of just wonky that they are. I couldn't care less.
They're not that weird.
But they have in one of the ones that they released this week, they have a Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker with Leia. So we got, back in black Luke with igniting the green, hopefully, I think, and I'm pretty sure I saw a screenshot where Leia had his lightsaber and was using it, and so I was like,
I haven't seen that yet, and to be honest, like, these aren't my thing either, and the only reason why I watched these, the only reason is because I was with a child, so
yeah,
like, that's
did
why
she like them?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was, well, she's like 5 years old. She loved them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're for children.
Yeah, that's what the demographic is. And if the kids love them, then that's great. If the kids love them and that's how they get to learn these characters and to like the characters even more, then that's great. I'm probably only going to watch maybe the one with Luke on Dagobah and probably the one with Luke and Leia on, I believe it's Endor.
I haven't seen that one yet. I saw the one with Luke on Dagobah.
Well, okay. Is there anything explanation-wise as far as like dumbing down the Force for these kids? Because we see in Empire how Yoda's like, the life breeds it, it grows it, and in a tree, in a rock,
Sure. I think there is a little bit of that kind of like small talk for children.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of like Luke running around trees, and then it shows how
how to get that cardio.
It shows how Yoda ends up on his back. So. Okay.
Well, that's cool.
It's not anything like huge.
Yeah. No. Was there like a villain in it? There's not, cause like I know I think I've only seen one. It was the one where Rey is on Jakku.
Oh yeah, with the like sand.
With creature. The sand monster that tries to eat BB-8 or something.
No, there's nothing like that.
Okay, there's no villain. It's more of like explanation by Yoda and training.
Yeah.
Okay.
There might, honestly, they're a little forgettable.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's just him like falling from trees.
The good thing is,
the trees.
If I really wanted to, I could catch up because they're all like 3 minutes long.
So small.
So like, if those things get really good, I'm talking like Clone Wars, like good.
Yeah. There are a couple that are of Jyn Erso, and like in the first one, it's totally the actress who plays her in the movie.
It's Felicity Jones.
Yeah, and then in the second one, it's not. And I was just like, that is not the right British accent. Right. But and they sometimes use the same like, I don't want to like sets for different things. There's like one I think with a bounty hunter and Sabine, and they're like in this circle, and then there's another one using the same kind of circle for Leia and Sabine and or whatever.
That's cool.
So, or like in.
I think the thing that doesn't make me really want to watch them is the lack of like 1-through storyline.
Sure.
I think so it makes sense. It's for kids. Kids aren't gonna want to see like the whole storyline, and kids don't care about that kind of thing.
Right. No, they're just tiny little adventures.
Yeah.
There's also one where they show why that door is blocked off. In Hoth.
Right, the Wampa?
Yeah. Yeah. There's that. That one's okay. Although a little unrealistic.
Of course.
It's okay. I'm not sure if these are canon, are they?
They are supposed to be, yeah. But like you gotta, guys out there, if you're gonna, like, I understand, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. There's one where Rey, the one that I saw, Rey's, like, lifting up BB-8, like, he's made of air, and I know in The Force Awakens, like, John Boyega, like, it falls on him and smashes him. So, like, things like that where they're like, oh, what's the physics of it? I don't think they care about what the physics of Star Wars universe is, as far as, like, how things can be realistic or not, because they're for kids. And they're like 3 minutes long, and if you don't want them to be canon, honestly, you just have to tell yourself that they're not canon. That's the whole.
They're not that important.
They're not exactly.
So you're not gonna get any revelations from it. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you would.
No. If they did revelations in that though, it would be to like make fun of the Sweaties because you'd make all these Sweaties watch those things now.
Yeah.
Because like you drop some knowledge in
just one
in one, and then they're gonna watch every single one just to make sure that there's no knowledge that they miss. You know.
Exactly.
Like you mentioned something about Ray's parents in one, and then they're gonna watch the next one with Ray. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean they're just cute little things.
Yeah, they're for kids, and I'll watch the Luke ones. Like I like Leia as a character, but I'm not gonna watch one of her if it's just like her by herself.
Even though they are very kiddish, I don't know that those are what you start kids on.
No, you probably start them with like Clone Wars or Rebels.
Because the child I was watching it with, she thought that Luke was Anakin. And she's been watching Clone Wars.
Oh.
And so I was like, do I tell her that that's the dad or the son of Anakin? You know, so but you know, whatever.
I think that like once she gets to that age where she's starting to understand the thing, she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think she will.
So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to start there.
That's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, like
they're nice. Show your kids stuff.
Yeah, there were some other stories, but they were...
I like the animation, too. Like, the 2D...
The 2D, that's kind of what I think the Resistance will be like. The Resistance might be a little bit more realistic with
new Filoni show.
Yeah, the Star Wars Resistance, the new Filoni show. I think, like, that's what I think of because it says 2D, anime inspired, and the Forces of Destiny, like, they are 2D, and they don't look quite like anime. Anime is a little bit more realistic than that as far as, like, features, matching and everything. But yeah, it's okay.
I like it. It reminds me of like OG Disney.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Clone Wars. Remember the first Clone Wars where they were 2D?
No.
They had one. It's no longer canon now, but they had a Clone Wars. Like I think it was a little series that was like 2D animated. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like Yoda was, you know, the Separatist army. They're big like H-shaped. They're big cruisers or whatever you call them. They're big ships.
Yeah.
He literally like pulled two of them, crashed them together with the Force.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see why.
It's not like it's no canon.
Not canon.
There is no bueno anymore. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. We thank you so much for watching this episode, and as the number 12 states, there are 11 other episodes on our channel. So definitely check those out. No, we just started at 12. That would be so smart, dude. Just like episode 4, you just start in the middle.
We should have thought about that 12 weeks ago.
I should have started at like episode 200, so people will be like, this thing's going on forever. Yeah. How come nobody's watching them? It's like, these guys got persistence. They're 200 episodes in and got like 2 views.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Should have done that.
Wow, you always get the good ideas when it's too late.
Maybe when we make it, when we make it big, because we're gonna make it big, you guys. You guys gotta retweet the tweets. You guys gotta follow the Facebook channel. We'll make it big. Anyway, when we make it big, we'll be like at like episode. I'll be optimistic. We'll be like episode 100 when we make it big. I'll just skip to like episode 200, and then people will be like, "What just happened? What just happened?
What did we miss?"
It's like there'll be like so many comments where it's like, it's episode 101, not episode 200. I think you made a mistake, and it's like, duh.
No, don't even go that far. Just go like 197. Just like what? Some random number.
Yeah, it's like, did I miss something?
Sorry, we need to stop ranting.
Of course, but that's what it's all about, talking about our channel. Again, we thank you so much. There are 11 other episodes on our channel. Definitely check those out if you haven't seen them. If you want to go back to them and you've already seen them, go ahead, do it. I don't mind the views. But hey, tell your friends about the show if you enjoyed it. Tell them, hey, there's these two nerds and sweaties who like Star Wars, who like to talk about Star Wars. Tell them about the show. It can't hurt. What are they gonna do? Say no? So what? They don't even know the channel exists. So hey, tell your friends. Let them know. let them know that they can determine maybe a topic in the future. People, you get these big channels and you can't tell them or you can't talk to them because there's like a billion comments. So yeah, tell them that they can, pick a topic one of these weeks if they ever make a comment in the comment section.
Sure.
That's it. Yeah.
Bye. We're rambling here.
I hope you guys get your tickets for Solo because they are out. Definitely do that so you don't miss out opening weekend. Don't boycott it. That's just stupid. Okay.
Support the art.
Support the art. Support Alden.
Yes, poor guy.
Yeah, support Alden.
Been through so much.
What a terrible life he's had. He's just a millionaire playing a great character. Anyway, support the movie. Don't check out Last Shot. Watch The Forces of Destiny instead.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.
Always.